This is Amud Yomi, Gemara Berachos Daf Yud Zayin Amud Aleph. We pick it up on the very bottom of Zayin Amud Beis. We're in the middle of discussing all the additional tefillahs that were said by different Amoraim after Shemona Esrei. So in the last line, Rav Safra, Basar Silusai, after he would daven Amar Hachi, he would say as follows: Yiratom Lech Hashem Lekenu, She'etasim Shalom, that Hashem should place Shalom on the top of Yudayin Amud Aleph, B'Pamalia Shalmata, and Pamalia Shalmata in the upper heavenly assembly, and down here as well. Bein Talmidim Aiskim V'Teiresecha, and place Shalom between the Talmidim who learn Torah. Bein Aiskim Lishma, Bein Aiskim Shalai Lishma, whether they learn for the right reasons or not. Chalaiskim Shalai Lishma, anyone who learns for the wrong reasons. Yiratzayin Shaiskim Lishma, you would daven that they find the courage, the fortitude to daven Lishma. To learn Lishma, excuse me. The next tefillah, you should stand us in a corner that is illuminated, but don't put us in a dark corner. And our hearts should not be in pain, and our eyes should not be dimmed. Those that say, this was actually Rav Amnuna's tefillah. Rav Alexandria had a different tefillah. He would say as follows: Hashem, you know that our will is to do your will. Umi makif. And what stops us? Sa'ara shebi isa. Literally meaning the yeast in the dough, which is referring to the yitzhara that creates things which aren't there, like yeast makes it rise. That's what the yitzhara does. The Shibud Malchias and all the government stuff around us. And you hear you would David. Hashem, you should save us on their hands. And you should come back to perform your chukim, believe Hashem with a complete heart. Rava, what would Rava say? Before I was created, I wasn't kedai. Now that I am created, it's as if I have not created. To my life, certainly after my death. We say this on Yom Kippur. I'm like a vessel filled with humility and shame. I should not do any more averos. That which I do averos. You should cleanse with your abundant mercy of but not through Yisurim. Continues the Gemara. And this was the video of Rav Nuna Zuti on Yom Kippur. We continue the one next. Mara Berei Ravina Kevin Misayim Salusei. Mara Berei Ravina. We are 5 lines into the medium-sized lines. After Mara Berei Ravina finishes, so as the Amar Hachi Lakai. Nitzar l'shani meira. Should guide my tongue from evil. We say this every day. So Simon Davi Mirma, my lips from saying falsehood, and those that curse me should be silent, and my soul, my neshama should be like dust to everyone. Shem, please open up my heart in to your Torah. Save us from an evil misam, from a bad woman, and anyone who tries to evil against me, you should nullify their thoughts, and mess up their thoughts. That my mouth should express the thoughts of my heart, should find favor before you. Hashem Suri Vigoy Ali. To add on one dot, it said Psach Libi B'Sayir. Many Gedolim have been found to have been say that when they say this pasuk in Berachos 17a, they say it again and again. The ultimate bakasha from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to open their heart, to allow them to learn Torah. Rav Sheshes gave us B'Tanisa when Rav Sheshes was fasting. Basar Dematzi Amarachi. What would he say afterwards? Before you was not Shabbos Mikdash Kayom. Adam Chayti Makiv Carbon. One did Aver brought a carbon in with Vimenu Elachel by Vidamai. What would he bring by the carbon? He bring the fat and the blood. And Mischaperlai Hashem, you gave him a kapara. V'achshav Yeshavti V'Tainis, and Rav Sheshes would say, now we're sitting in a fast day. V'Nismayit Chelbi V'Dami, and our own chelav and dam, our fat and blood have been diminished. The fat and blood that's diminished, as if it's on your mizbeach, and you should show us favor. Continues the Gemara. That's the end of the list of all the different tefillahs that were said. Now continues the Gemara with other types of teachings that different Amoraim And Tanayim would teach for about 7 lines from the wide lines. First one line is Ki'ilu. Rav Yochanan Kevin Messiah Sefer D'Year, when he finished the book of Yeov Amar Hachi. Seif Adam Lamos, a person's going to die. Sabeim L'Shchita, animal will be shechted. V'akol L'Misei Mamdin, everything is ready for death. Asher Mishagalu B'Tayra. Praiseworthy is he that goes great in Torah. V'Amol B'Tayra. Shegadu b'Torah, v'amoli b'Torah, toils in Torah. V'yisen achas ruach liyitzrai, gives pleasure to Hashem. Megadal b'shem tav v'niftar b'shem tav min ha'olam, and he's raised with a good name, and he leaves this world with a good name. V'alav alav Hashem, and such a person it says, Toiv v'shem mishemen toiv v'yamaves b'yami valda. Your name is better there than good oil, day of death, than the day of birth. Continues the Gemara. Margul Puma der Amir would teach the following constantly. Gemara b'chol avavcha b'chol nafshecha. Learn with your whole heart and your neshama ladas es darkai torachai, to know my ways as Hashem lishket al dalsi zerasi, and to always be shoike, to immerse fully in the dalsais, the doors of the Torah. Nitzar teirasi b'livcha. Guard my heart in your Torah. Negedei necha tiarasi, and my fear should be before your eyes. Shamar picha mikol chait. Guard your mouth from all aveiros. And you should purify and sanctify us for any aveiros, and I will be with you in all and every place. Continues the Gemara. That was Rameir on the last medium-sized line. The Rabbanan of Yavne, what would they always say? Ani berya v'chaveri berya. I'm a creature, my friends are creatures, creations. Ani malachti v'ir, v'u malachti v'sadeh. I work in the city, they work in the field. Ani mashkim lachti v'mashkim lachtai. I get up early, they get up early. Just as he, my friend, does not want to do my work and become distinguished. I don't want to be distinguished. I don't want to get covered by doing their work. V'shema timer, maybe you're going to say, Ani marbe v'umamit. I do a lot and they do a little. It's not true. Shaninu echra marbe v'echra mavid evad shechavin liva l'shamayim. Everyone has to know that they have their own personal avodah, not wanting what is to their friends. Continues the Gemara in the third wide line. A person should be cunning when it comes to fear of Hashem. He should reply gently, and that turns away the anger. And he should increase shalom with his brothers, with his relatives, with everyone. Even in the marketplace, he'll be loved above and desired below, and accepted by all people. And says the Gemara, a story teaching this point. No one ever said shalom to him first. He always was the first to go over to everyone else and say shalom. Even the great Rav Yochanan ben Zakkai. What is the purpose of all chachma? The tshuva ma'asim tovim. To tshuva and do good deeds. Adam should learn and read Torah. And kick and rebel against his parents and his rabbeim. And those who are greater than he. Shenemar. Reishis chachma. What is the first thing? Yiras Hashem, to fear Hashem. Seichel tov l'chol osayim. Loisim loinamar. Doesn't say loisim tools to do it. Loisayhem. To their practices, which means loisim lishma, those do lishma, loisim shal lishma. Chayser shal lishma, neich shal nivra. It's not as if it's not created. We have to work on doing things lishma. Margul Purma derav, as we wrap up over here. Loy b'olam hazeh, oilam haba, in by loy chilav leishtiya, loy pirav riv masamat. In the next world, no eating, drinking, having relations, business. Loy kini v'loy sin of loy chatarbus, jealousy, hatred, and rivalry. El tzadikim yayishim atu same barashem. The tzadikim sit with crowns on their heads, and enemies of Shechina, and they benefit from the Shechina. Shenemar v'yachzu az alkem yochlu v'yeshu. They gaze at Hashem, they eat and they drink. Continues the Gemara. Women have a greater avtacha, a greater promise than men. Why? Women that are at ease, get up and hear my voice as Hashem. You're confident. Shall listen. And with this we conclude. How do women merit? They bring their children to shul to learn Torah. And they encourage their husbands to learn Torah. And they wait till their husbands come home from yeshiva. A woman being more promised, do that which aids her husband to learn even more than her husband himself. We'll pick up from here. 3 lines on the bottom of the next year. B'siyata dishmaya.